75th annual hot dog eating contest taken by Joey Chestnut.
You know what happened?
On the scene, Joey Chestnut wins. 78 hot dogs.
You know what happened last year?
What?
Someone tried to like protest. I didn't know. Someone like ran up and had like a sign up, and Joey Chestnut, while demolishing hot dogs and the competition, like beat the hell out of some person.
No, he didn't. Did he really?
I wish we could pull something up.
Oh my God, we can't. Our keyboard's broken.
Yeah, that thing's a hunk of shit.
You know, I saw a picture. I saw a video on Instagram. It was like setting up my editing setup, and like this dude had like nice
like that fucking MIDI keyboard.
This dude had fucking like the Apple monitors, a fucking Mac Pro, blah blah blah, all this fancy equipment, and then I saw him put this hunk of shit down on his desk and go, perfect, everything's good. It's like you have like $20,000 worth of shit surrounded by
a
$20 hunk of shit.
Yeah, actual garbage.
You could twist this in half and break it.
And I might.
Fucking hate this thing.
I gotta see if we can still return that.
Yeah.
Just get an upgraded one.
Let's just get a corded one. Fuck it.
A corded one?
What year are you living in?
What the fuck are you talking about? Oh. But no, how we feeling? Nick? It's been a couple episodes. How you been? What's new? Life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness.
Maybe we get a nice thing of spaghetti.
Can I not eat spaghetti in the car?
At 1 p.m. on the way into work.
I just pounded a bowl of spaghetti.
Oh, God.
Bowl of spaghetti and half a pizza.
Christ.
And a rip of the Badger.
Oh. You didn't bring that, did you?
No. Were you fucking insane? It's Thursday.
Yeah. Can't be doing that.
You can't be doing midweek Badger rips.
We should, though.
No, it's not that bad yet.
It's getting there.
It is getting there.
What are we doing, a 14-inch?
Week.
Yeah. We'll pound 14-inch.
I know you will.
Quick.
You're not going to do the fucking 16, though?
I don't think so.
It's not on sale. If you guys live in the Joliet tri-state area.
Tri-state?
Yeah,
Joliet,
Shorewood.
Crest Hill.
Shorewood. Now, if you guys live out here, there's a place called Chilling Grill.
That we don't live too close by.
We're probably 30 miles from Chilling Grill.
Yeah.
Right outside of Wheaton, north of Wheaton, east of Peoria, south of Springfield.
Do you want anything else?
How the breadsticks looking?
It's the same.
No, I don't like the
Their
breadsticks.
ice cream's good.
We are going to get ice cream one of these days.
Okay.
Great Italian ice,
Yeah.
too.
Italian ice?
That's more what I want.
They got a
I like an
blue raz.
Italian
Ooh,
ice.
It's fire.
We made gelato yesterday.
I fuck with gelato.
We have an ice cream machine. You ever hear of a Ninja Creamy Deluxe?
No.
They're nice. You should get one.
I got the kitchen.
Put it on your...
That sounds like if
Put
you're
it on
trying
your,
to type in porn without using porn words and you're trying to type in Asian cream pie.
Ninja Creamy Deluxe. Oh, you want a number 4? Do you think Asian porn sites, their categories are just numbers? It's like, oh, I want a number 4. What's that?
Like a big Chinese menu.
Oh, that's a cream pie by black
Like
guy.
I just have a number by everything.
Yes. Can I have a number 68? Oh, obviously you're looking for
Anal gape.
anal gangbang.
Probably.
What would the site be called?
Happy time. Happy fun time.
Porn site. Porn X.
Porn store.
It's like Chinese restaurants. It's just like Chinese food, China kitchen.
American porn for you.
No, Asian massage parlors have the best names. It's like
Massage for you.
Massage you.
Yeah.
but it's the letter U.
Obviously.
X massage. That sounds like the website.
Madam Huang.
Madam Huang. Madam Huang. Zen Spa.
Zen
Spa. God. But no, you're selling your house.
Correct. For the third time.
Have you announced anything with the other thing?
Oh, that I'm having a baby?
Yeah, have you announced that yet?
Yeah.
Nick, you're having a baby.
Having a baby.
First one of the boys to have a baby.
Speaking of ninjas,
You'll see the baby on the podcast. He'll be in a manger.
a Simba like.
In a manger.
We are gonna have the baby around Christmas time. Oh, I'm definitely gonna do.
Are you
a
gonna name him Jesus?
picture. Fuck no.
Jesus.
Jesus, if anything. Never Jesus.
You should do like a Jesus type picture.
I'm most certainly doing.
Would you do
that.
one of him on like, not like
You should
on the
have him,
cross,
like-
but like
on the? No, he's gonna be in the fucking manger.
Well,
You
yeah.
sick bastard.
I'm just saying, that's
nail
sick.
my baby
it's
to a cross.
it's artistic. We're not nailing
Fuck.
anything to anything.
That'd be a Velcro situation.
It'd be a. Have you ever seen when Carson would jump on the Velcro wall?
Yeah.
Something similar to that.
God, no.
It'll be fine.
Did Carson do that?
I think so. Johnny Carson?
Wasn't that Letterman?
Maybe
Yeah,
Letterman did
Yeah,
that.
because I just saw
Yes.
the.
Because that's what they make fun of
Gladiator
in Eric Andre. They have Seth Rogen on. He's like, didn't David Letterman do this like, I don't know, 20 years ago? Shut up.
Shut the fuck up. Wasn't it drywall too? Fucking
He just
jump
goes through it,
jump
yeah.
through the wall.
Classic.
It's classic comedy.
No, you should have your baby as Jesus. You should put him like in a yarmulke with like power tools because Jesus was a carpenter. And
That would
a
be
Jew.
cool. And a Jew. No, that would be good.
Send that up.
You
to
would
the
push
Christmas
boundaries.
card.
It'd be artistic. You'd probably go viral for it, which is what you're looking for, honestly.
There we
What
go.
you're looking for.
What you're looking for.
Not what he's looking for.
We're gonna buy your baby a Stoned Apes onesie.
Some custom J's.
I kept saying I was gonna get him J's. The wife was not happy about that. Apparently, they grow out of them too quickly.
Well
I
done.
think it's a good investment.
They're also
Don't worry
like,
about it, Nick, because I'll be getting the J's for him. So you don't.
I'll
need to
be
worry.
buying the J's.
Gotta be looking clean.
He has to look clean.
Come on,
Fresh?
fresh to death.
Jesus. Remember this dude?
No.
Dude that opened up the store in Canada?
Mm.
He died of an overdose.
Which is his right.
It is his right to do.
Doesn't prove anything.
Can you sell heroin and cocaine in Canada?
He was. Yeah.
In that like area,
ID
I don't
required.
know if all of Canada, but like whatever.
2.5 grams per drug. This is the one where he was selling coke, heroin, meth, and I think something else. But yeah, fucker found dead. OD. And that'll happen.
It's having too much fun.
What are you gonna do?
I do think it's wild that some places are like that. Like, yo, if you want to do it, like, here's a fucking store. Like, don't go to a shady guy.
What I'm saying.
No, I mean I would buy from him. Look at him.
He's got a nice smile.
He OD'd. It was probably good shit.
He's probably
He's probably
tried all
good
the
shit.
drugs.
Yeah, I mean,
Look at him.
he knows what he's selling. He's a good businessman. He's got to
No.
try the product. Got a little taster.
R.I.P.
Too much of anything's bad for you.
Too much Coca-Cola.
Hey,
Except those fucking old people, bro. Whenever they interview like a person who's like 122.
I drink 4 Cokes a day.
Yeah, it's like
they
what
love
the
it.
fuck?
I drink
every morning at McDonald's.
I drink
Dr. Pepper.
I drink a bourbon and a Dr. Pepper every morning. And then I eat a pound of bacon.
Well, you know why? It's because they don't have all the fucking hormones in their food.
That is
we
what it
do.
is. That is what it is. That's why old people
Hard
live
right
longer.
turn.
Yeah. What do you mean old people live longer?
Yeah, that was a
They
straight.
live longer. older generations live longer.
Again, I think the life expectancy is still increasing, isn't
Is it?
it?
That's good, but we keep weak people alive.
Yeah, but
longer.
how
They're not
long do
strong,
people live in
though, but-
Tartaria?
What is Tartaria, my friend?
Brother, Tartaria, I can't get a read on it.
I can't get a read on it either. But I'll tell you what I know. Apparently there was a civilization that spanned throughout most of the world.
No
right?
one would deny that there was a time that the area of like Mongolia and parts of Russia and parts of like where the Middle East turns into Asia and stuff like that area. No one's denying that that was once referred to as Tartaria.
And you can see it on old maps.
And that people from there is referred to as Tartars. Like that's a thing.
the Tards.
As they
Politically correct term.
Yeah.
Politically correct. You're allowed to say it in this context. But no, these are the people. Apparently, this civilization, which lasted until like the mid 1800s or like the early 1800s, was able to harness Tesla's ideas wireless power. All this, they did all this fancy shit. They had that unlimited power. It was free. It was clean. They were this living civilization. And then when the bankers and the industrialists and the Industrial Revolution happened, they wanted to get rid of this because they saw money in oil and non-renewable resources. Because they can,
like everyone already has all these cures to, I'm not saying everyone could cure cancer back in the day, but like ailments. People have like a plant that'll fix this. Fucking Rockefeller comes through and it's like, how about you buy medicine that's made out of fucking petroleum? Because then I get my money from that. Where like there's no money in you having a garden out back that you have like medicine come out of.
So what they decided to do was to basically erase the civilization. Which I guess, how do you erase a whole civilization? But I don't know. But
well, at the time, there's not as many like. I mean, think about how many book burnings there have been. That in our
shitload.
In our like small reference point of history. So I mean. You could,
yeah, especially in an age before internet where books were the thing, and it's like, oh, you're just deleting like centuries of
no longer
info.
exists.
You said this was 1700s,
early 1800s. I think it lasted
early
up to
1800s.
Once the World's Fair started,
so it was like all one.
It was
they were
basically
just spread out. Not that the world was.
No, yeah. It was just spread out. So like
think about like they could have colonies
Mongolia,
or like a post over here.
Mongolia, China, Russia, like that part, like that upper part or whatever, that area. Apparently Tartarians built the Great Wall is what they're saying.
And
so like very old.
And
they're very old as well as, and
Genghis Khan was one of their kings.
Yeah, and over time they've like worked out all this technology and all this other shit.
They had the
Tesla
thing
yeah.
of free energy in the ionosphere. Yeah. So that's why all like the Tartarian architecture is all like the things that we would think of as like Capitol buildings or banks that have like the dome and then the spire. Is because that's like, so that's why they're spread out so far, is because they need posts everywhere to have.
So you can harness all the power of the, almost like what they say the Egyptians were doing. But basically then, to like eradicate all of them, or like to get rid of like all their architecture and shit, or like to blend it in. When like the colonists started spreading out and coming over, they started doing all these world's fairs where they would, this part of the world or the whole world would gather with all their technology, and either big businesses or whatever would take it and they would look at it and they would either buy it or steal it or get rid of it or kill the people or do some shit. But then like Chicago, I wish we can look up shit.
You know,
Chicago.
Damn you, Logitech.
There's photos of like Chicago in the early, what is it?
It's like an
late 1800s, early 1900s.
I think it is 1893 World's Fair, something like that.
They built 2,000 acres.
There's a giant, and there's video where Chicago, or there's a picture rather, and full fucking power lines set up, and it's like, it's not supposed to be this developed yet. Like the way they talk about things and like from when.
What was that video we watched? They built that building with 1,000 million light bulbs or some shit.
Right. But, and specific to Chicago, there's one where there's a picture of it as like a fort. Because I guess that's how Chicago allegedly started out, was like the fort. And then it got destroyed in like a Native American raid. And then they said that little fort where it's like walled in couple buildings, that got broken down, and then they rebuilt that into the fucking, and then all of a sudden it's a fucking city.
They built out
full power lines.
It looks
full,
like Rome.
6-story buildings. There's a canal system like fucking Venice. There's at the World's Fair they had a moving walkway like at the airport but bigger. 1893. None of these people have seen electricity before.
People on like electric scooters and shit.
There's not supposed to have, like, this should be like the first time people see light bulbs.
There's a golden statue in the middle.
They have power line, like full infrastructure. And this doesn't make any fucking sense.
This was all built in 2 years, right? All this
times
acreage,
they're giving on certain buildings, like, they're saying it took them like 14 months in 1800s.
It holds 300,000 people, at like 600 rooms.
One of these World's Fairs, they built the world's biggest, or history's largest Ferris wheel. Like, we've never built one bigger since. And they're showing the fucking pieces needed to, like, they have some type of railway that, like electric railway that brought shit. They have like trolley cars that are being walked around by horses. And it's like, well, you wouldn't make a trolley car for a horse to carry because it's too fucking heavy. Like, you found these things and like don't know how to, like, They literally like stumbled into all these fucking Tartarian shit, built up fake World's Fair shit next to it so they could say they put up everything. And then when they knock down everything down, it's like, fuck you to the old world, build our own shit. Or they keep it, repurpose it as a Capitol building or a bank or whatever. And
but that's what they were saying. They would
no fucking sense.
They built some of them as actual like stones, and they built some like with like paper mache and shit. And they built all these buildings right next.
Some of them they did, but then some of them
right next to the old
have
ones.
1,000 people in it, and you go paper mache. What the fuck are you talking about?
But they built these big buildings next to the old, supposedly Tartarian ones, the old original ones, and then they painted everything white. That's where the term whitewashing comes from, because you paint everything white, so the old shit looks new, and the new shit is still new. So everything blends in together. So now the fair's over, everybody moves on. Now they demolish everything. Then you level all the old shit. It's basically a book burning, but it's like an architecture burning. You're like burning all the old architecture and repurposing and being like, oh, the Capitol building, that was ours. We built that shit.
Where did you stumble upon this?
It's all over the place.
All over the place. War Mode talks about it.
Love War Mode.
TikTok, YouTube.
And you know how like in World War II,
X2.
Yeah.
XNX.
In World War II, they would have
Red 2.
like they'd evacuate kids they'd separate them from their parents. They'd put kids on trains and send them away to like avoid the bombings and stuff. But like one theory was saying, so they have these old buildings, right? They got to find a way to say like what they're for. So they say that they're institutions for they say that they're institutions to house these kids in, and the same thing's happening in America, not for bombings, but like they'll separate parents from their kids at like all these different junctures, whether it be like at Ellis Island that early, or like just saying that they're like, I think they were factoring in like economics, like just making it too difficult to like have a kid, so the state would just comes by and is like, we'll take that one off your hands. So then they have all these fucking orphans, and they're shipping them out to the Midwest because everyone's hulled up like in the Northeast. That's where everyone shows up at. They need workforces out in the Midwest for fucking these things, like these World's Fairs and whatnot. So they start sending all these fucking kids on trains. And that's something that like is documented. So
Sorry, go ahead.
there's just all these weird things where like some of it you look at and you're like, that's goofy as fuck. But then other things you're like, yeah, why was kids separated from their parents like super easily on this scale?
And think about it. If you're gonna cover some shit up and you're gonna hide some shit, you're gonna cover up architecture and say that you built certain things. There's no internet. People aren't writing things down. You already destroyed all that shit. The people living there might know, like, you didn't build that. That's been there. They're going to die at some point.
So
they're going to die at some point.
They had to split it up at some point. So
exactly.
Like,
but then
it kind of looks like that's what they did. Like a parent can't tell their kid like that's not true anymore because now the state is just filling their fucking head up with anything. And there's trauma now of like you got split up from your parent at an early age. So you can fucking introduce like some weird CIA tactic where you have like that trauma. You can fucking turn a kid.
But if you're going to change history, you got to change people's thoughts. And if you just put a bunch of people who weren't living there and you move them all over there and tell them a bunch of shit, it's like, yeah, you guys are live in Chicago now. This is we built this shit. And
it works double good because you put all these kids in a building and you say like, oh, we built this institution for you guys. And it's like, oh, another good way to get around like, why is this building here? It's like, oh, we whipped it together because we knew we were going to have so many people incoming. So now all of a sudden, like another old ass building. It's like, oh, it's the Institute for the American Youth or whatever the fuck. It's like, yeah, where you brainwashed a bunch of kids into thinking like what we all think now. And it was like that was like the first same way in Rome. There's like a turn. This is like the more recent turn,
or maybe not. Who knows?
I don't know shit.
You decide. Anything's possible.
There's just a lot.
We talked about Hollow Earth for an hour the other day. Last pod.
I
last
enjoy
pod.
that one.
Yeah.
I enjoy theory.
That's a
that
fun
was
one.
Probably more credible.
A little more. It's hard to find Tartarian shit. It's new. The mud flood.
I don't understand the mud flood.
I don't get the mud flood. I think it's bullshit.
Because everyone points to like the fact that the staircases get built to the second floor, and I heard that debunked in such a way that made sense to me. They were like, yeah, it's like servant quarters. Like the servants have that like first floor entry. Like the people walk up the stairs to the second floor, and that's like
Yeah.
I'm like,
Or just
tracks. I don't know. It seems like
or just it's a tri-level. It's what happens.
yeah, like it doesn't seem that weird where it's like the mud flood happened. It's like, well, why would they build like I still like why would that even make sense?
Oh yeah.
They didn't build the building after and then had to build stairs over the mud. I don't get it.
You know what Instagram's doing now?
What?
Similar to this shit. You don't see much of this shit. Instagram is like fact checking now. So some dude made a video, almost like the History 8 videos I make, where like he was breaking down the Titanic JP Morgan thing. He was just talking about it and like presenting that theory. Instagram put like a violation thing on the front and was like, this is not a credible video. This has been fact checked by these sources, blah, blah, blah. If you want to see the video, you can click it. If not, blah, blah, blah. Keep scrolling. Don't even watch this shit. So I was like, oh, I got to see this. I click it, and he's just breaking down like all the JP Morgan shit. And I click the fact checkers, and I actually have a picture. They're fucking, here's their excuse for why this is fact checked. They don't disprove anything. Nothing's disproven. It was just, here it is. Fact checker. Conclusion, false. No evidence that Titanic was intentionally sunk to create the Federal Reserve. Lead stories. Next one. The Titanic sinking was an accident that caused 1,500 deaths, not an inside job to kill 3 men. That's not a fact. That's opinion. You're not presenting anything.
Yeah.
That's no info.
That's a really biased opinion.
You didn't give me any info.
Yeah.
You didn't give me shit.
You're staunchly in your corner, and
You basically just made me feel, you're trying to make me feel bad that like, no, 1,500 people died. Not because of those 3.
people do the same thing with 9/11.
Yeah, it literally the exact same thing. Exactly. But I love how like when people like break down the Titanic and it's like, it was a steel ship. Icebergs have never sunk in a ship before. Ships plow through icebergs. It's ice.
Yeah.
It's not even an issue.
England's version of the Titanic was fine. The Lusitania, that bitch is fucking flying
That
around
fucker blew up.
Yeah, until the Germans decided to sink. Like, it took a goddamn torpedo to sink that bitch. Ours just hit a fucking night. Like, we're willing to... which is
Going down.
Americans were smart enough to pull off a crime, or Americans were dumb enough
To build a shitty boat.
Which one we going with, fellas?
We made a shitty boat.
Or
We got some fucked up people.
we're the best criminals.
Probably both.
We're pretty damn good criminals, Nick. America, we're the best criminals. Nah, England might be the best criminals. They're earlier on it.
They might have.
If anything, from all the research,
most atrocities. I don't know if they're the best criminals. They have no cleverness. They just do bad
Yeah, what
things.
do you define by as the best criminal?
They
They
pull
just
off
do
heists.
yeah, but they did like colonialism,
Yeah, they just do.
owned the world
Yeah,
for a little bit.
but they were also. They're like the first person, or not the first, but like the first in this set of time or whatever. It's like when people go buy Wii's and then resell them, and it's like you didn't do anything smart. You're just the first asshole. They were just the first ones to be like,
Yeah, we own
freeze,
the
like get in the cage. Like anyone could
we
have
own the
fucking
Congo now.
Yeah. Everyone else was just like, nah, man. They were the first ones to be like, I bet.
I bet we can really do this shit.
We could just like never.
Rockefellers.
They
out of
literally
England.
think like how we
Or
think.
Rothschilds are out of England.
They're like, we could just never work again. Like they just schemed their way into like justifying slavery and shit. Where we're like, we got to do a podcast so we never have to go to work. They're like, yo, we got to like own people.
We got to figure out how to own these people.
Yes.
Sell them.
I had a weird. That's almost what. I had a weird thought yesterday. I was like, oh, if we ever want to make a short, you know, I know I went to school with like a casting director. She knows hundreds of people. She can get us people. And I had the thought. I was like, a casting director is almost like a slave auctioneer. Where it's like, hey, I need this person
really.
of this demographic, of this build, of this whatever. I need them to do X, Y, Z. Send me their stats. And they send you a headshot and some stats. And you go, yes, book them.
I don't know if
I'll
I'd go
take
as
'em.
far as slave auctioneer.
There's got to be a better.
In a way. Think about it.
Or about like a car salesman. It's like the same thing. You want stats? Here's your stats on the car in a picture.
Nah.
Just a guy like
Because
gets off the phone and he
there's a
starts
cars-
walking through his like cell. He's like, "All right, boys,
Boy,
Marvel
Line up."
called. Chad Bosewick dead. Somebody needs to play Black Panther."
4,500 on the phone. 75,000 over there. 75,800. Sold to the black girl in the front.
Don't worry, I got you set up real nice. They're not going to put you in the Chinese version.
We got you out of that 365 deal.
Yeah. It's gotta suck. Just get like cut out of the Chinese version.
Yeah.
Because like you go from all those people being like the most
Do they do
PC
reshoots?
people ever. I think they just kind of like. I don't think they do reshoots. I think they
What do
just
they cut out?
around it. Like anything non-essential with black people, I feel like. Really? That's what it sounds like. They're not allowed on the movie
Don't
posters.
advertise them.
I was gonna say they're not allowed on the movie
They don't
posters.
put black people on movie posters?
No,
They don't
not-
In China?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's what I'm saying. You talk to all those
How are people
that are
mad
like,
here when we could be like that?
That's my fucking point. You go from the most liberal people ever talking about like, oh, we gotta put, you're gonna be on the front of the poster, and then 2 seconds later you're like, don't be concerned if you don't see yourself on the Chinese poster. And you're like, you didn't argue. You were just
You didn't
cool.
argue that?
You were like, that was the
Listen, China's a big audience. You know, we need the racism in China to sell this movie.
that was the best LeBron thing.
It was there the NBA.
Yeah. And he's like, I stand with Honk. And then 8 seconds later, he's like, I was confused about what was what. And I shouldn't be talking about things that I don't know about. John Cena had to apologize in Mandarin.
Ni hao, like
That was fucking crazy.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he did a really good job from.
Oh,
my
he
white
speaks
ass
fluent.
understanding. Really?
Yeah.
I
He
did
speaks
not know
fluent
that.
Mandarin.
I thought someone just like,
Here's the words you got to learn.
yeah. But no, he speaks Mandarin, I
That's
guess.
impressive. Like I said, from what it
How much
sounded
money
really
you
good.
must be getting from them to where you convince John Cena to learn Mandarin?
I wouldn't think that wrestling would be big over there.
Well, think about like,
It's a spectacle.
remember,
It's all show.
Yeah.
I don't think we connected because like we know wrestling is
look how big
WWE,
this
but
white man
obviously
is.
they love like old wrestling, like
Right.
they love big fucking explosion, blah blah blah. Like, so I mean, I don't know if our brand of it always plays to them, but they definitely like it on some level.
Mexico has great wrestling. Bro.
Yeah,
Great.
Yo, it'd be cool to go to like a luchador event.
Do they have like the fucking mask? They have fireworks and like pyrotechnics.
That'd be
and
sick.
all that shit,
That'd be
bro.
fucking sick.
It's wild.
It's like in
Maybe we
Ipa.
swing through one of those at in Teotihuacan.
sure. That's like the Mexico boxing or Mexico Japan connection. They have boxing and wrestling that they like trade off on.
That'd be dope. That's more Tijuana.
Tijuana. My brother, when he was in the Navy, went to Spain.
Saw a donkey show there or something.
No, he saw bullfighting.
That's sad.
One of those bull
Crazy.
shows.
How crazy that is. You got to watch fucking Clerks too. We talked about donkey shows. It's great.
I put 5 movies in there for you.
I know. I watched one last night. We watched Tropic Thunder.
All right, well, you don't
Again.
get points for that.
Well, in movie.
It's good.
Up there.
It's so good. It's incredible.
I watched Wedding Crashers last night.
It's incredible. Truly amazing. It is.
That one movie I think got canceled with Jamie Foxx and Robert Downey Jr., where Jamie Foxx was going to play a white guy, Robert Downey Jr. was going to play a Mexican guy.
That was an actual movie.
Jamie Foxx was talking about it on Rogan years ago, and then it never came out. It had an IMDb page at one point.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Wait, Jamie Foxx was playing a white dude?
He was going to play a white guy.
That I like. I like whiteface.
And
White
Ru-
Chicks is great. I know
It's
I've
funny.
said it before. White Chicks is great.
I love having that Eric.
How you gonna get mad at-
They referred to that as like looking like Ninja Turtles. 'Cause I'm like, that is what it looks like.
How you gonna get mad at Robert Downey for doing blackface, but white chicks can happen?
Well, he didn't do whiteface.
They did whiteface and
No, Robert Downey Jr.
no, he did blackface.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Well,
A history.
a very long history of oppression.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I'm with you that he should be allowed to do it, but you also said like, what's the clearly there's a difference.
I don't think anyone was actually mad at Robert Downey Jr. though.
Ben Stiller said that, Robert Downey Jr. said that Ben Stiller took all the flack for the retard stuff at that time.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
got like the higher ranking issue.
You never go full retard. Forrest Gump, dumb as shit.
I got a
brace on the leg.
good brain.
Gold medalist.
You mama make me happy. Yo, do they put fake hands on Tom Cruise?
They have to
they
put like
have to,
fake
bro.
hair
Like,
on him or something.
His
Bro,
whole forearms.
His
bro.
hands are fucking. He looks like Charlie's uncle with the fake hands. They're so fucking
Swollen,
big,
Yeah.
dude. His fingers
His
are
fingers
like
are nuts. Yeah.
his finger. He looks like that
Sausages.
dude with like gigantism in his
Maybe
hand,
he's just
who's
got
like an
a
arm
full
wrestler.
fat suit on
Maybe.
because he's big in general. I mean, Tom Cruise isn't big.
How would I am? Was it Flaming Dragon? Hey, how about you take 2 steps back and fuck your own
Literally.
face?
I will rainstorm a fucking firestorm on you.
Click. We don't negotiate with terrorists.
We don't negotiate with terrorists. Oh, that one's up there.
It's too good.
It was a really good movie.
I had a thing I was gonna say. I can't remember what it was.
I'm just trying to think of any fucking good movie that has come out lately. And can't.
Asteroid City was good.
I've seen multiple people bring up that movie and been like, I don't know what the fuck I just watched.
Yeah.
Everyone seems to like it though.
Yeah. A good movie's like a good album. You gotta listen to it a
you
few
said
times.
this the other day. I disagree.
It's true. You gotta listen. You gotta watch it a few times.
Not to know if you
Space
like it or
out.
not.
Yeah, I feel like an album I can like listen to again right afterwards. Like a
Yeah.
movie, it's like gotta give that some time to simmer.
You gotta know if you like it on some level. You might like it more every
Yeah, I
time you
do.
watch it.
Visually, it's a beautiful movie. That will bring me back for the second time to then understand the story.
Did you watch Ant-Man?
No, not yet.
Did you watch the new Ant-Man?
No, I didn't know there was a new one.
The Quantum Mania.
Oh no! I haven't seen that. I saw it on Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very different from the first two.
Really? Was it good? It looked. I remember. I saw
I don't know if I'd say it was good.
the previews of the colors and shit looked interesting.
Yeah, like it's very Star Warsy.
Yeah.
Star Wars-esque, I would say.
People are saying that new Spider-Man
Not bad.
movie's good. That
animated
that
one.
animated one.
Oh.
The first one was all right.
I like the first one.
I thought it was
but
good.
Also, wait for it to come on Netflix. Or
Yeah, I'm not
something.
gonna go to a
Yeah.
movie and see that shit. I want to see Oppenheimer.
See what now?
Oppenheimer.
What the fuck is that?
That's about Oppenheimer, who made the atomic bomb,
The guy
With
that
the,
said
uh,
the cool quote.
the
from-
Manhattan Project.
Sounds like a sad movie.
I am death.
I
I've
have
become
death, the destroyer of worlds.
Christopher Nolan's making it. Apparently, they basically
So-
blew up a nuke
So
to
it's
get
gonna
the
have a
shot.
hard dick the whole time.
He likes to do a lot of things in camera. The sound's gonna be beautiful. He's a guy that understands sound design. And while most directors would put that off to the side and would really just dive into the visuals, he likes to think about how could this sound better? How could we really immerse these people?
So
Apparently
you're
they.
off for the IMAX on that one.
I'm gonna see the IMAX. Why not? If I could, they filmed it with IMAX cameras. Nick, this is a big thing. Filmed with IMAX, I believe 70 millimeter IMAX cameras.
70 millimeters.
This is a big deal. They haven't done this in a while. That's the Rolls Royce of cameras, Nick. It's insane.
Just the
It's gonna be
Captain
nice.
Nukes going off.
No, it's gonna be cool.
Wild.
Yeah.
It's International Fight Week.
When this week?
What does that mean?
It's just the week the UFC does like a week of stuff like leading up to a big pay-per-view.
What's the
Oh.
big pay-per-view?
Alexander Volkanovski versus Yair Rodriguez for the featherweight title. And then
Volkanovski has it,
Yes,
and we'll keep it.
probably. Then Brandon Moreno versus Alexander Pantoja for the flyweight title.
Alexander has it.
No. Usually whoever comes first has it.
Makes sense. It's not like any other sport where it's the home team is the second team.
The fuck are you talking about?
Other sports, when you look at them on the screen, the home team is the second team because it's like
No, it's either versus or at.
Green
At
Bay
means they're playing there.
at there. Yes.
Versus means it's not.
Still the
trying to
same
talk
thing.
about sports.
It's still versus,
You don't
motherfucker.
know
It's still Green Bay versus the Bears.
No, but that's how they say it. They say it as at or
Bears
versus.
are Green Bay.
It's the same thing.
Except the thing you're saying, I don't even remember what you're saying, but it's not.
I was just saying. You were saying the first person in UFC.
You're saying they say one person up top, then the second person is the home team. That's what you said. It is wrong.
No, I was saying you said in a UFC fight.
Yeah.
When they have the two names,
Yeah.
the champion comes first. That's like the more important person, right? And then it's this person. In football, the home team comes second, which is almost like the champion in a way. That's the guy. That's like you're there.
When you say the home team comes second, it's not like every time. Every time it's shown.
Yeah.
Sometimes they could do it by ranking, no?
Well, I mean, when it's this person versus that person.
But I'm saying on a schedule, like, that's how they put it, is they go like versus Green Bay or at, like.
But it's still the second person you're at the
on a
stadium.
schedule, though, they don't write fucking Bears out 20 times.
What are we doing? What are you talking about?
They don't write Bears versus this, Bears versus that. They just have versus or at.
Yeah, if you're looking at a fucking schedule, if
So
you're
that's
looking
my
at
point.
the
You're making
TV,
it sound
if you're
like-
looking at the TV, right?
You make
when
it
they're
sound like it's a
advertising
rule.
the thing.
Okay.
When they advertise the fight, it's the
Yeah.
same fucking thing. You have this person versus this person. The champion's first. If you see it's Packers at Bears, it's there. You're at the Bears.
Okay.
There's no argument.
There's no home field in fight. I don't know what you're talking
But you had the champion. Okay? When
Yeah,
you're watching football, you go,
couldn't
hey, where they
fucking
at?
figure this out the first time. You thought Pantoja had the belt.
I
Okay,
was
you're
just
telling me
fucking
about
guessing.
it
I didn't
now.
know they did that.
You
How
shouldn't
that?
have to guess if you know so much about
I didn't know anything about it. That's
You
what I'm
do
saying.
now, fucking
That's what I'm saying. You told me
goddamn
about
expert.
fighting. I was educating you in football.
Yeah, you're pretty well versed in that.
That's what I'm saying. Nick, it's this easy.
Big sports house.
We're a big sports podcast now, Nick.
Yeah.
You didn't know this. We're trading. We're switching hats.
What sport are you going to cover?
Huh?
What sport are you?
Disc golf?
He asked you such a clear question. He said,
Disc golf? Golf? Things that require skill
Skill.
and not,
Finesse.
knowing somebody.
Darts, maybe.
Darts? Bowling? You ever hear of bowling? You ever watch professional bowling?
Love professional bowling. Maybe professional poker. You're going to cover that too.
What was that dude's name in documentary now? Tim Robinson? When he's the bowler?
Oh,
The bad boy.
I don't remember.
The bad boy of bowling.
I should watch that again.
That's fucking great. Have you seen that one? Documentary now? Tim Robinson has
It's like
an
a parody series of documentaries.
I didn't know that's what it was. I thought it was actual documentaries. I had no fucking idea. I didn't know. And then Allie told me about it. And I was like, is that what that is?
Have that conversation.
That's funny.
You get
No.
lit up.
No. She brought up documentary now. And I go, well, I don't know what, I've seen that. I don't know what that is. She told me it was a parody show. And I go, really?
Oh, you mean like just passing by it? You didn't realize or watch?
I never watched it. I would pass by and
I
go,
thought you were
documentary.
watching episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh,
See
God,
Bill
no.
Hader, and then you're
Couple
like, wow,
episodes deep.
yeah.
Wow, I didn't know he was so well versed in this.
It was such an extra for documentaries.
Yeah, I didn't know that's what that was. Because I would always see it, they'd always play it on like IMC?
IFC.
IFC. I would always see the previews or whatever.
IMC.
IMC.
That's what you were. Oh, you know what I was watching yesterday? The 50 Cent video when he's like, I bet you can't read one page out of Harry Potter book.
Motherfucker.
That's not what he says.
Is that what he says?
No,
What's he say?
Drops an N-bomb.
Does he?
Yeah,
Okay.
but he says it really funny. And he goes, and he comes back with another video, and he's like, and everybody already know that you can't read them big words out of Harry Potter books, so we're going to let you do Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat. Jimmy Kimmel said you could do it live.
Fuck the ice.
Fuck the ice.
Launches a bucket of ice.
Now $50,000.
I love 50.
He's great.
So
How old
good.
is he?
It's got to be in his 50s, right?
The same as Eminem? No.
Maybe a little younger.
How old's
Because
Eminem?
Eminem was established already when
He's
50
50s.
came out. Because he is the one that,
He's 50s, right?
oh yeah. So I'm saying 50 might be 40 still, because he was, I guess, technically like a generation after. Or a wave after.
It's crazy. I think how old he is. Which makes sense that he would like peak in like 08 or like fucking 04.
Yeah. I was going to say 08. His album was Recovery.
Yeah, that's that was the last one.
09, I think. Or
So he is
2010.
born in 75.
75 to 85 to 95 to 2005,
48.
2015. Yeah. 48.
While Eminem, on the other hand, is 50.
He's 50?
Yeah.
Damn.
An old fucking man.
Gotta start going by Marshall one of these days. It's hard to pull off Eminem.
Yo,
That's
M.
Yeah.
I mean, you old as shit.
I'm glad he fucking stopped with the hair and he got a beard and stuff and looks like he aged in some way.
Normal person almost.
He was just looking like an old raggedy version of himself. And
Yeah.
it's like, all right, he changed it up. Cool.
Didn't look
Is
good.
he still releasing albums?
Still putting out music. I'm pretty sure.
Probably pump the brakes on that.
It's not bad.
Really?
None of it's like
It's nothing's ever like a steep fall off. It's always like,
right.
it's what he's been putting out for a while.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So like,
It's nothing like, bro, fucking you check this shit out. Like,
I mean,
it's there. It's there if
we
you're
know people at work that'd be excited about it.
Yo, it's insane. Like hyping it up. Like, yo, you hear the new Eminem album? And it's like, no, man. I haven't listened to the last 4 Eminem albums.
Have you admitted to yourself that you're racist yet? Because
Yeah.
you can't listen to rap not rapped by a white
You only
guy.
like white rappers?
Which is the weirdest thing to like not notice.
I like white positive rappers. That's where I'm at.
rappers. I don't think M would be your guy though.
just rapping about like grinding and hustling and like
Yeah.
grinding,
No, it's fucking bad.
putting in work.
What was that video? Was it Bobby Brown? That video I sent you, I think, where some dude's like, he just reads like a rap verse. I wish we could pull it up. He reads like a rap verse and like he just starts breaking out and going, some white motherfucker said that. I know exactly what that sound. It was like the perfect white guy flow, like a white rapper
Oh no,
flow.
Danny Brown.
Danny Brown? What'd I say? Bobby Brown?
Yes,
That's an actress. Billy Bobby Brown, I think.
Didn't Bobby Brown beat up Whitney Houston?
Yes, that's also a person. Yeah.
That's who I was thinking
Yeah.
of, and I was like, "What Bobby Brown video did you send me?"
Joey Diaz sold coke to Whitney Houston.
Yes,
Isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
A while.
man's been around, a part of history.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Dude, did you send me? I saw a video the other day. I think that's who it was. Of they were on like a talk show together, and she says something about him, and you see his like entire demeanor change, and like she notices, and she tries to like playfully like get him back involved. And
Who?
I think it was Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston. It was some pair of people from like a band on a talk show, and she like goes to grabs his wrist and like tries to like pull his hand back over, and he like on the talk show like takes his hand back, and you can see him like. Maybe if you were just watching the talk show and you're not focusing on him, you wouldn't notice. But like looking at him, like all the arrows were showing me to do, you just see him fucking like go rigor mortis, and like you're like, oh, this girl gets her head bashed off a fucking steering wheel tonight. You know, like that's crazy. Meanwhile, Johnny
she talk
Carson's
about?
trying to be nice. She made a mild joke about like how him and another member of the band are always late or something. It's like that's what's always holding him
Damn.
up, and you see him like because he just took it as like a slight, like an act of disrespect or whatever.
Where it's like,
and you
bitch.
just see him like withdraw from being there anymore.
That's crazy.
Fucking. Johnny
Are you sure that wasn't
Carson.
Sonny and Cher?
I honestly don't. I don't know a lot of these people.
I'm just kidding.
But Johnny Carson like is talking to the girl, so he doesn't notice anything. So then he just cuts back to the guy, and he's like, "Oh, like what?
Oh.
What are you?" And he's like, ha, "Yes, That's
I'm
like,
gonna beat the fuck out of my
Yeah.
wife later.
to put his hands on idle."
Yeah. Man, these hands. These hands are on idle.
One of the best sound bites we've got from work.
A security guard is ready to just stomp a motherfucker out.
He wants somebody. To
He's on
fucking act
vacation.
up. It's actually a real bummer.
Yeah. He told us, yeah, my
Oh,
friend
yeah.
I'm talking to, she's getting a hotel. So it's going to be a week of sucking and fucking.
God.
Then for like 5 minutes, he was like, "I already told her ass if she ain't swallowing, I ain't staying." Like he said that like 5 different ways. Just for a minute, like, cycled between ways of letting us know, like, she's swallowing.
It's a good night.
I'm like, that's sick, dude.
I go, do you have weed? Do you bring weed? It goes, motherfucker, do you know me?
Yeah.
I got 4 blunts in the front seat. I go, all right, man.
You know when Chappelle talks about how white guys recap their night, and he's like, I had Jaeger, this 4 bong hits, man.
4 bong hits.
And that's how I want to talk to Charles when he talks about, like, I already told her Susan. I'm like, sick, dude. Like, I just want to, like, do, like, white high fives.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
that's awesome, man.
That's awesome. Hell yeah, dude. You're totally going to be smashing tonight.
Yeah. Just saying corny ass shit.
No, dude, that's fucking dope, dude.
Yeah.
No cap.
No,
brother.
I'm not trying to assimilate. You know what I hate?
It's a beautiful language y'all have. Y'all just speak with that inflection in your voice. What's that, Ebonics?
I think I'd probably get sick of it after a while, but, you know, for a week or two, I can't get enough of it.
I feel like you're out of a storybook. You got a real special way of talking.
Man, I wish my wife could.
Is it racist if I say that to the Hispanic people at work?
Possibly. I mean, it depends how they take it.
But it's in an accent, so you can deny.
I was a character.
Possibly offensive.
Well, they found coke in the White House.
Yes, I saw that
See
yesterday
that?
when I was getting my Mexican food.
Damn it, Hunter. All the news is, I saw one news clip and it was like cocaine found in the White House. Hunter Biden spent the week with his daughter, his son, watching fireworks nowhere near the White House. It was like, really? He was hanging out with the family, didn't stop by the White House.
Well, it's also just because they found it this weekend doesn't mean that's when I had to, like.
Yeah, that could be anywhere.
The 2 second, like I said, I was getting Mexican food and the fucking news was on.
It's in the
like,
library.
We're gonna fingerprint it. We're gonna do DNA tests on it. And it's like, do you really give that much of a fuck?
What's it matter?
Like,
It's not gonna do anything.
If it was anthrax, worry.
Yeah.
Like if it was poison or something, like it's coke.
It's also like I would like to know whose coke it is, and why is a person in the White House doing coke?
I mean,
I'm sure
But
they're
what
all.
do we
I'm sure they're all
prove
doing
right
coke.
Politicians are criminal. Oh, whoa, hey, great.
Whoa,
Breaking news.
whoa! Politicians do cocaine to stay up at night.
That's got to be a good piece of evidence, though, for, like, how much money they got to be getting on the side. Because if you're not running around trying to find your coke, you're just like, oh, I'll just go buy more. It's like, clearly you're doing all right.
that was a little bag of coke. Wasn't a lot.
It was a little bag.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
A dime bag.
Yeah, a little dimey. That Oasis has chicken birria.
That's what I was asking him about.
Oasis. What Oasis?
It's
Birria.
a restaurant between here and, like, my family's house. It's close.
Is it good?
I like it.
Really good.
Yeah.
What's this? What are we looking at? Do they make a chicken taco version?
They make. I think it said on the sign. It was like handwritten sign. They did like flautas.
Okay. In chicken?
Yeah,
What's the sauce?
I believe that is.
An au jus?
It's like an. It's like a meat stew of like. I want to say it's goat or lamb.
You
It
eat
might
goat
be
or
beef.
lamb?
I won't be eating
Hey,
that then.
do you eat goat or lamb?
No.
Have you
Yeah,
had goat or
I
lamb
told you.
before?
That's I don't know. I'm not gonna fuck with it, but
It is delicious. my
Is it?
friend.
Really?
is probably my favorite meat, just because I don't have it all that often.
is goat or lamb?
It's the Greek talking.
Yeah,
Jamaicans love goat.
it's delicious.
When we were in Jamaica, they had
Really
goat
good.
everywhere.
It's really fucking good.
Yeah.
Really fucking good.
You know what you should do? Is you should not eat meat except for veal. That'd be funny.
I only eat veal.
Yeah.
Actually, is it veal?
Veal or baby chicken.
Is this veal scallopini? What kind of meat we eating tonight?
Trying to cut back.
I
I'm
like
not
fish.
harming the animal community, so I don't eat meat. I do
dabble
dabble in veal
I do like veal though. What is veal? That's a baby cow?
Yeah, baby
that
cows.
they keep chained up so it can't walk around and develop muscle, so it stays nice, and-
Soft.
yeah,
Really?
Yeah, it's fucked up.
that's why it'd be funny if you were like,
How old does it get?
not very.
old. Like I said, it doesn't develop like muscles.
What? How expensive is veal?
It's expensive. It's not like super expensive.
It's the premium meat usually.
Yeah, next to beef, it's like it's
Veal is the best.
I don't know if I'd necessarily
Better than Wagyu.
Honestly,
can I get Wagyu veal?
I don't think I've ever had veal just because I know it's baby cow. I'm sure I've eaten it at some point and not known, but
I've had it a couple times.
Can you buy?
It's really good.
Really?
I can't. I can't.
Can you buy like Wagyu veal?
I don't know enough about Wagyu.
Nah, because
that's a type of cow.
Needs to be like fucking like
that's a
warbled
fatty
correctly and
cow.
everything.
No,
It's not necessarily fatty,
or not any kind of, but
What's the most expensive meat you can get?
Wagyu.
Is it Wagyu?
Or people do that dry. I never had that dry aged shit, but I've had Wagyu. Really fucking
you
good.
can get Wagyu
I don't
and
eat-
dry age it.
I don't eat meat, but I watch a lot of people cook steaks for some reason, and I watch
It's
people cook.
therapeutic.
They do those dry age shit. Looks scary, man.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I want.
They just put it on their fucking, like-
It looks gross.
Yeah.
You see the mold on it.
Dude.
They're just shaving half of it off.
They
and it's
fucking
like,
pull-
I got this one little piece left.
Yeah, dude, I don't get it. Oh, it's so tender, and it's like, yeah, you got 3 bites.
Why do people like golden food?
That's fucking dumb to me, dude.
I think it's
I
an
hate
Instagram
that
thing or
shit.
something.
Lewis
I
at the
don't really
comic book
get it.
store always would be like, he's eating like $1,000 slice of pizza, and I'm like,
That's a,
Yeah, is it 1,000 because he took a $4 slice of pizza
Yeah.
and then put $958 of gold on it or whatever it was?
yeah, I don't get it. Like, why would you eat metal? Why would you waste gold?
They have a liquor with like gold flecks.
I've seen that.
Goldschlager?
Yeah.
We used to sell those. We used to sell those.
Super bad.
We sell those gold wrapped rolling papers. Remember that dumb shit?
People love that shit though, man.
I smoked out of a translucent rolling paper once. That was cool, actually.
It'd be cool.
Because then when you roll it, it's just weed. I was smoking it at night and just looked like weed was out and burning. It was really weird.
That is
I
cool.
like that. Yeah, that's weird. Different.
I like that. I would do that. I would like a rolling paper that looks like a cigarette.
I've always wanted that kind of, yeah.
I've seen the one hitters like that. I've never seen
Yeah.
the rolling papers.
Yeah, I used to do that. Smoke like a one hitter that looked like a cigarette outside of DePaul.
That's what I do when I go back to New York a lot.
And it was-
one hitter.
Really? And it was always. I always felt like I was like, yeah, I'm blended in, but it's like, no, I'm sitting there, I'm like. And I'm like, oh yeah, they're not, and then I fucking bang it off the lighter.
It's fucking charred on the end.
Yeah, it's fucking pointy as shit.
Don't mind me. Just got a cigarette.
No, I used to fucking I used,
break.
I used to dip out of the school, go because everybody would smoke like cigarettes and shit out front, and I would dip in the alley and I'd fucking smoke the one header like a crackhead in the alley because I didn't want people to like get mad. And then one day I just went up front and like, there's a dude just smoking a
Yeah, I
bowl.
was gonna say it's DePaul.
I saw a dude smoking a bowl. Some dude had a mini bong. I was like, and then like I started paying attention like to people smoking. I was like, oh, that's a cart. That's a cart. That's a cart. Like every motherfucker out here is smoking weed. No one's smoking cigarettes.
I was smoking at North Central one time and texting you guys, and you were all like, I don't know, man.
That's a different story. Fuck that. I'm not doing that shit. That's a conservative ass Christian school.
Yeah. But I don't know these things. I walk around blind.
Go to some liberal school in the city. You can fucking walk around smoking a
Well, North
jag.
Central's liberal.
You can also just smoke weed in the city,
in
apparently.
some ways.
Yeah, but it's also fucking Naperville, so they'll arrest
You're
you
right,
for
yeah.
fucking having baggy pants.
Apparently, you could just smoke weed in the city now.
Don't you need to be like, but
Not white.
but it's like drunkenness.
No,
Like,
I think
you
because medical weed is legal and because some buildings you can't smoke in there, so you have to smoke on the street if you live in an apartment.
Like I said, I only
I've also-
compare it to
yeah.
drunkenness. So
Yeah.
like you can't walk around drunk or like be drinking on the street because like that's illegal.
Yeah,
So I would imagine you cannot be able to smoke.
Well,
on
maybe
the
it's just
street.
decriminalized or something.
it's decriminalized. Yeah, I don't think they give
That's
a
how
fuck.
New York
I've
is.
seen like a ton of people smoking on the corner, and then there's just a cop on the other corner.
Yeah,
and,
they don't
like
give
they don't give a
shit.
fuck.
They have better stuff to do. What the
I've-
fuck do they give
I
a
was
shit
not
about?
blowing it in a kid's
I've
face
seen-
or something
I've seen-
weird like that.
Don't
I've seen
sell
black
it to
dudes
a kid
smoke
or some
blunts
shit.
on the red line. They don't give a fuck. They truly don't care.
I mean,
I've said it before. All those center doors, they're all exclusively for CTA workers and black dudes.
honestly, as long as you're not like
They are,
smoking
it's
in
crazy.
my fucking train car, I really don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't
As
give a
long as it's
fuck.
not like fogging my shit up. Like,
Yeah.
cool.
As long as you're doing your own thing pretty much across the board, I don't really.
Right, as long as you're not bothering anyone else, like I really don't give a shit. But if you're gonna be like obnoxious and smoking, or
I got this loud.
Get this good shit.
dumb bitch. Yeah, that's a different story. Different story. But I don't know. Do you approve of just smoking around?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Around? I feel like it's weird. Like I said, I just imagine walking around with like a bottle of whiskey or something.
Yeah, but I feel like if I'm walking around smoking a joint, I'm not gonna be. If anything, I'm gonna be more quiet in public, and I'm not gonna be like up people's. I'm not gonna be like a loud, belligerent, drunk person. You know what I mean?
Would you look at that different, like me walking with my kid in the park and I got a joint, or like me walking with my kid in the park and I got a beer?
I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
If you're shit faced, I'd go. If you're noticeably shit faced, or if you're so high to where your kid is running across the park and you're just like on a park bench or some shit, I'd be like, look at this fucking father of the fucking year. Look at this guy, this piece of shit. But if you're just listen, I think most occasions my parents brought me out, they were both shit faced. I got home fine. We were fine. I remember being a kid going to a Sox game with my parents. I was young. I remember them getting shit-faced at a Sox game. We took the train. Them passing out on the upper deck of the train. And me, like, just walking around this fucking train. The conductor's like, where are your parents? I'm like, oh, they're sleeping up here. Can you let me know when we get to Joliet? Because I don't know where we're at. It was fucking wild.
Nico has a couple of memories of, like, my dad driving after...
Oh, really?
Being wind up. Yeah. Or like the next day, he'd be like, that was crazy. And I'm like, what?
Driving in oncoming traffic.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, oh, yeah. That was weird, huh?
That does happen. We're home, though, right, bud?
Yeah.
We did good. No, I think that's fine. I mean, that's not fine. If you're driving with your kids drunk, that's not.
Right.
Yeah. You can have a couple brewskis and be functional.
But like, I don't like
Couple beers.
Couple brews, couple smokes.
Keep it in the neighborhood. I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Cool with that. Like hanging out in the front yard, drinking a beer. Like
Yeah,
with that.
that's
I ain't got
fine.
no problem with that.
No,
Smoking a
not an
in the
issue at
front
all.
yard.
If you want to take a walk around the block with a beer, I don't give a fuck.
On Halloween, maybe. Halloween
Really?
is acceptable.
So during the week on like a Tuesday, I got a Tuesday off. You know, fuck it, I want to smoke a joint and walk the neighborhood. You're not with that?
I'm not gonna say I'm not with that because I'm about that.
Yeah.
I am about that.
But you look out the window.
Like, man, who the fuck's smoking a joint outside? These fucking animals.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It is weird because, like,
See, in my head, it's normalized now to where it's like, but then also we're also desensitized at work.
well, even I feel like if we're walking on like a trail or something, like we're smoking weed, the second someone out, like an old lady walks by or something, I'm like, what am I, a piece of shit? But then I'm like, well, like,
it's just weird. Who gives a fuck?
it is like whatever. Like she could have fucking perfume on that bothers me. I'm not like it is just kind of like whatever's normalized. Like
Meanwhile,
it's
that lady's on fucking Xanax and 12 other pills.
yeah. She
That's what I mean,
didn't
like, what's it
even
matter?
See me? She'd fucking listen to the trees talk.
And also, like, if we're walking, like, if we go hiking or something and we're smoking a joint, or like, if I'm smoking walking down the street, like, if, for example, me and Christian were just smoking in the neighborhood the other day and we just go for a walk or we'll go for a bike ride. If there's like a dude and like his kids or like a mother and they're pushing a stroller or some shit, I'll walk across the street.
Right.
Like, I'll go, all right, cool, we're going to cut down this way. We'll go this way. I'm not going to
but
like,
Then what if that couple's a different color than you, and now you have a race war?
well, see, that's where you get weird. Nah. People need to fucking get over themselves. I'm not hurting you. I can't smoke weed in my house this weekend because someone's pregnant in my house.
That's crazy to me.
Not wild.
That's
Not wild. I could blow smoke in this woman's face and nothing would happen.
You could take one of those things that people did at fireplaces full of weed.
A billow.
Yeah.
And blow billows of. No, I don't get it, man. I don't know.
Don't they do that to bees too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carbon monoxide. I think. Carbon dioxide. I'm sorry.
just
Blowing carbon monoxide. Car exhaust.
Why are the bees disappearing?
Yeah.
Yo,
Can't
Christian,
make heads or tails of this.
Christian was like, "Yeah, I want to start beekeeping," and I'm like, "That'd be pretty cool if you had like a big yard and like that's off in the back of the yard, blah blah blah." And
In like
we
three
started-
enclosures.
we started looking up videos. Apparently, they could swarm, which means You have one queen, right? The queen's laying eggs, but the queen can lay another queen. So you have another queen. That one splits off. Now half the colony breaks off. Now you have 2 beehives. Now you got to get another bee box. Okay, they'll swarm again. Now you got 4. They swarm again. Now you got 6. They can keep fucking swarming and making new like colonies to where you either have to like do something or like open them up and like purge the colony or some shit or like get rid of the queens or like do shit. It's fucked up. I was like, hey, we're not dealing with it. People in like full bee suits. Some guys like, yeah, I get stung every now and then, but
You need the queen in like a yo-yo that you could whip at people, and then all the other bees like chase it, and then you get the one back, and then they all return to your arm, like that one guy. That's what he does, and they just all live on his arm like Sandman. Just fucking yo-yo it out.
Sandman is what I was thinking of. That was the name from Spider-Man 3.
Was it 3?
Yeah,
I think so. Way to go.
Kane Marco.
Yeah, he was the villain in 3. Him and
Venom and Green Goblin, like
The Green
Junior.
Gobbler.
right.
The Green Gobbler.
It's weird because now that Disney has Marvel,
It's like the
they
Green
have,
Goblin, but gay.
They have Spider-Man shows in like Mickey Mouse format.
Yeah, I saw that now.
It's weird.
What?
It's weird. I saw like the clip.
Like the animation style is kind of like big head and goof. You know, it's
Fucking
fine. I don't
tube
care,
arm,
but it's just
Tube arms.
It's weird to see.
That's interesting. All right, if we want pizza, we gotta leave.
Oh, I ordered pizza.
Oh, it's
Oh,
ordered?
we ordered.
Oh, shit, playa. Going to work.
Shit, son.
All right, well, until next week, it's great having you back.
Great to
This
be
feels
back.
good. I
Got
feel like
the
we
full crew.
feel like we flowed well. This felt good. But
We flowed like a human centipede.
yes, beautiful.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back next week with another Stone Daves podcast. You fuckers take care.
Yes.